with nobody. And I guess he took that to mean like I was interested in him, because he was like, well, you know, I'm already talking to two people, which it's just a respect thing. And I'm like, he's like, it's just a respect thing, and just to be completely honest, I'm not interested. Sorry if that's blunt, but that's just me. I like to keep it real. And he was like, you have a really awesome personality, but he was like, you shouldn't chase after anyone. Just do you. And he was like, just do you. Keep your head up. You got this, or some shit. And I was like, you completely missed my point. I wasn't saying I wanted you in my bed beside me. I was saying I'm in my bed alone when my friend is out here like cuddling up to somebody. So of course I'm going to be a little jealous because I was supposed to spend time with him. I was like, now, I'm not saying I wouldn't have cuddled up next to you or Cameron, but that's not me saying I'm like jealous of y'all individually. That makes no sense. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I guess that makes sense. But he didn't answer that until this morning when he woke up, because I sent that at like 6 a.m. But right before I go to work today, this is where the shit gets good. Right before I go to work today, I get out of the shower and I'm like getting ready or whatever, and I'm looking, and like the whole reason he had been wearing my clothes all weekend was because allegedly he didn't bring enough clothes to like wear. But I'm looking at his backpack and I'm like, that bitch look kind of full. Like, what did you not bring? So, on a hunch, I kind of look around, and I'm looking at the clothes he's been wearing, and I noticed my gray SB shorts that he had wore are nowhere to be seen. And I know because when he had taken them off, he left them in the living room floor, thrown up against the wall, and I put them in my dirty clothes basket. So I look in the dirty clothes basket, they're not there. So I'm like, this fool, I know what happened and not happened right now. So I look in his fucking book bag. My shorts are in there, chilling. And I'm just like, this motherfucker. So that happened, and I'm just like, what? So, I take them out. I move them and hide them in my room so he can't find them again. And I'm fuming, but I'm about to be late to work, so I can't say anything. Well, Morgan had woke up because I turned off my box fan. She's like, hey, will you turn that back on for the, background noise? I was like, sure. And I leaned down. I was like, oh, guess what? Kid was trying to steal my clothes. She's like, what? I was like, yeah. So I called my friend Ryan because he knew I'd been getting pissed off all weekend this weekend. That was weird. I called him and tell him what happened, and he was like, dude, I have no problem going over there and like sitting the fuck on your couch and making sure they don't take shit. I was like, okay. Like, I'm perfectly good with that. I sent Ryan a text message with like an itemized list of everything this kid has worn of mine, so you can see if he's got it. Well, then I tell Cam, because Cam texts me, and because I had texted him back after he was messed up or whatever. He texted me back at like 10 something. I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I passed out drunk. I don't even know how we got back. But where are you now? I was like, I'm at work. And then when I got back again, I told him, I was like, by the way, I'm pretty upset right now. And he was like, why? What happened? I was like, I need to tell you verbally. I'm not going to text it. So you need to call me. So he calls me, and I was like, you need to walk away from Philip. He's like, okay. So he like leaves my apartment. Is like standing in the stairwell, I guess, or whatever. And I tell him, I was like, so I'm just going to tell you what happened. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to try to like make it seem like less than it was, or like, whatever. I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened. I was like, the gray shorts that he was wearing of mine, he had taken them off, and I put them in a dirty clothes basket, and yet they were in his book bag. And at this point, I'm not apologizing for having gone through this shit. I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do? Think I'm an asshole for going through your shit? Okay, you tried to steal my fucking shorts. But so, I didn't say any of that, obviously, but I was just thinking it. And he was like, well, I'm sure it was probably an accident. I was like, okay, Cameron, I can understand that if they were still like laying in the floor with like his other stuff. But how do you accidentally take shorts out of somebody's dirty clothes basket and put them in your backpack? That makes no fucking sense. Like, that is completely not how that works. And so he was like, yeah, well, whatever. And I was like, look, I'm just telling you as a courtesy to you, you do what you want. I'm just telling you, the kid's not stealing my shorts and getting away with it. So I just wanted you to know what was happening. He was like, well, I'm going to ask him about it. I was like, okay, if you want to ask him about it and get his side of the story, that's fine. But don't do that shit until you've left my apartment and he's not like sitting in my apartment with all my shit. Because I'm done with that at this point. He's like, okay, I won't. Literally not even 2 minutes later, I get a like long text message from Philip talking about thanks for letting him stay, and but then like also in the same breath being like, but even though I've done nothing but be nice and I properly asked you to wear your clothes because of the inconvenience of not knowing I was going to be here this long, and and I'm like, bitch, where? When did you ask? Like one time, not the other 4 times. So, and then he says some shit about like, whereas you're accusing me of doing this or blah, 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 and not even asking if it was an accident or not, which it was. And I'm like, that's not an accident. And he was like, but, I can't be friends with somebody who talks about things they need to ask me to somebody else. So make sure you lose my number, and I hope you well in all you do. And I'm just like, you think that hurts? Like, you think I care that you want me to lose your number after you just tried to steal from me? And rather than saying, oh, my bad, or just owning up to it and be like, yeah, sorry, you're going to tell me it was an accident. Like, do I look stupid? So, needless to say, I didn't respond, but he sends me then a picture of the other stuff he wore last night, like, in the middle of my floor, and was like, also, I left some of my stuff. If you find it, you can tell Cam. And I'm like, bitch, you think I'm talking to either of you motherfuckers now? Nah, fam. Whatever you left, go ahead and write it off. Because I ain't talking to you for shit. I'm not talking to Cam. You just out whatever you have, bruh. Sorry about it. I don't give 2 shits. Like, done. So that's what the fuck I've been dealing with all weekend. This has been the longest weekend, and it's supposed to be a good fucking time. But instead, it was a fucking train wreck because of this fucking 20-year-old asshole who thinks he's God's gift to earth just because he's attractive and tall. Takes a little more than that, sweetheart. A little more than that. So yeah, that's my story. That's what happened this weekend. And I had to deal with all that on top of working a full shift on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and traveling back to Savannah on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. So now you know.